Good morning, students. Welcome back to social science class. I hope you all are fine and fit. Chapter 1 Civics, our Constitution, page number 265. So, last class we discussed about sovereignty and federalism. Today we are going to study about parliamentary form of government and universal adult franchise. Let us see the parliamentary form of government. What is parliament? First, you need to understand what is parliament. Parliament is the law-making body for entire country. Parliament is the law-making body for entire country. Here, I will ask one question. Why did India adopt the parliamentary form of government? I will repeat the question. Why did India adopt the parliamentary form of government? You know, India adopted parliamentary system of government for several reasons. One is the development of parliamentary institutions started during the British rule. The British rulers governed in accordance with this system. So India has been familiar with this parliamentary form of government during the times of British rule. The type of government that functioned in India before independence. So the parliamentary form of government functioned in India before independence in 1947 was very much similar to the British model of parliamentary. The Indians were familiar to this system of government because the British rulers governed our India in this system only. So Indians were familiar because to this system of government. Indians were familiar to this system of government. And another reason, the parliamentary system of government in India is also in a way of a product for the freedom movement. The parliamentary system of government in India is also in a way of a product of the freedom movement. So Indians were familiar to the system of government. So the framers of the constitution were greatly influenced by the British system. Therefore, the members of the Constitution Assembly decided to adopt this form of government for the independent India. Because all people, already Indians were familiar with this parliamentary system of government because British rulers were governed in accordance with this system only. So already people are practiced with this system. So framers of the constitution, they are decided, framers of the constitution assembly, the members of the constitution assembly decided to adopt this form of government for the independent India. Students, do you know the parliamentary form of government of India constitutes the President of India and both the houses of parliament like Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So parliament means President of India, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Parliament consists of both houses of both houses. One is Lok Sabha, another one is Rajya Sabha and President of India. So in Indian Parliament, there are two sets of people working for the preparation of most meaningful laws for the people. One set of people who are directly elected by the people of India. They form the Lok Sabha. So the Lok Sabha, the members of the Lok Sabha people who are directly elected by the people of India. And another set of people form the Rajya Sabha. So both functions Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha as supplementary to one another. Along with them, there is the head of the state known as the president. So president also will be there along with Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. President is the head of the state. So how is the president elected? All the people of country cannot participate in electing or choosing this person. So how the president were elected? So the president is chosen by an electoral college formed by the members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and Vidhan Sabhas of the states. So the members of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and Vidhan Sabha of the states, all these Sabha people elected the president through electoral college. India is divided into states and center represent the whole country, the country as a whole. So India means governing body, only two government, one is state government, another one is central government. In the federalism, we already discussed about the government, state government and central government, and what are the powers and functions they clearly mentioned in the constitution. So while making laws, all the three, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and President, working together in union. Each has to consult with other. So here the Lok Sabha is the most powerful and active part of the parliament. Others are there to support, advise, review and recommend. Because in the Lok Sabha only members of the Lok Sabha people called as the cabinet ministers, and head of the Lok Sabha who is there, the Prime Minister and cabinet ministers consist of Lok Sabha people, because these Lok Sabha people are elected directly by the elected by the people of India. So they are directly elected by the people of India through universal adult franchise. So parliament is the law making body for entire India. So the legislature is also called the parliament. Okay, so parliament is the law making body of the entire India. The parliament consists of the president of India, both the houses of parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So this parliamentary, then why the parliamentary form of, why did India adopt the parliamentary form of government? We discussed here. So this parliamentary form of government, then Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and what is the role of president, Lok Sabha powers and functions, Rajya Sabha powers, everything you will study later and later chapters in detail. Is it clear, students? Next, universal adult franchise. Look at this image of universal adult franchise. As you know very well, no need to explain about this picture. So let's see. The constitution also guarantees universal adult franchise, which means that every adult citizen of the country can cast his or her vote during elections without any discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, region and other such factors. So universal adult franchise means that the right to vote should be given to all citizens without any discrimination of caste, class, color, religion or gender. It is based on equality, which is a basic principle of democracy. So here the right to vote should be given to all citizens. So the right to vote given to should be given to all citizens, means citizens who are 18 or more than 18 years of age have the right to vote. Here universal adult franchise means citizens who are 18 or more than 18 years of age have the right to vote. Everyone cannot vote. Everyone have not the right to vote. Now right now you don't have the voting rights because you are in now, because now you are in 14 or 15 only. When you are 18 years, then only you will get the right to vote. You have the right to vote. So citizens who are 18 or more than 18 years of age have the right to vote. This right gives the people an opportunity to actively participate in the political process of the country. So people elect their representative who constitute the parliament that controls and guides the union government. So why universal adult franchise? Why voting rights given to the people, all citizens of people? So this right gives the people an opportunity to actively participate in the political process of the country. So we are the people of India. We have to elect our representatives who constitute the parliament that controls and guides the union government. Is it clear, students? Students, today we discussed parliamentary form of government and universal adult franchise. let us recapitulation of this today class. Parliament, what is Parliament? Parliament is the law making body for entire India. Parliament is the central legislature. The parliamentary form of government of India constitutes the President of India and both the houses of parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Through general election, we elect representatives to the parliament. The constitution mentions that India has a parliamentary form of government, and it clearly mentions the powers and functions of the parliament as well. Universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means that the right to vote should be given to all citizens without any discrimination of caste, class, color, religion, or gender. It is based on equality. Citizens who are 18 or more than 18 years of age have the right to vote. So this right gives the people an opportunity to actively participation in the political process of the country. That's all for today class. I hope you all understood. Meet you in the next class. Till then, revise the chapter thought. Thank you. Have a nice day.